All right, TikTok. Welcome in. No theme music this week. I'm just going to go straight to it. So hopefully y'all enjoy. Hello, and welcome to this week's Be About It podcast. That's right. I have a lot to talk about this week, so we just dove right to it. Also going to be trying some new things, so hopefully y'all enjoy them. I'm putting a little bit of effort into this, more and more, because I'm really digging the video podcast we've been putting out on Spotify and YouTube. So they've been turning out pretty good. So we're going to, as I keep that track going, and let's first jump in. Since we are on TikTok, as always, if you are not following us on TikTok, give me a little love on following. Tune in Sunday nights. We are here every weekend. So by now, everybody has heard about Congress, the House of Representatives passing the ban on TikTok. To which I say this is a complete load of bullcrap. Yes, I think it violates a few things. I think it violates the freedom of speech. I think it violates a lot of things. It's how some people make a living doing things online where they are selling, they are broadcasting, they're advertising. This is an avenue for a lot of people, and I don't think it should be regulated, but guess what? The people up on Capitol Hill decided they wanted to. So here's what we know so far. They have been actually trying to do this for a while. This is a China-based company. TikTok is. If you didn't know, you know now. You're welcome. Enjoy. But it is basically lawmakers are all scared that the government is going to leak, or somehow TikTok is going to be used to leak information about government, citizens, things like that. Well, I got a really good answer for that. If you work for the government, how about you just tell your government officials they cannot download the app? It's that simple. You work for the FBI? Oh, sorry, you can't be a TikTok anymore. You work for the Congress? You work for a House of Representative? You are a government official? No, you cannot have TikTok. That is easy. But I'm sorry, but the rest of the people out here that are enjoying the app, that like to use it, you're taking away our freedom. And that is complete shit. Especially if you are on a different avenue. Because like I was saying, there's people that sell things. This is an avenue of revenue. This is how some people make their living. And you're messing with their living at that point. But the House passes measure on the 13th of March. And basically they gave TikTok an ultimatum. Sell within 6 months, 180 days, or face a ban in the U.S. Wow. Man, if the people could not get stupider up there, it's the ban that the House of Representatives passed on Xavier. What happened is Congress or the House of Representatives decided to pass a ban banning TikTok in the U.S. unless TikTok complies and sells to a U.S.-based company. Thanks for all the likes. I appreciate it. But let's get back to it. They passed the measure on the March 13th. It's basically sell TikTok within 6 months or face ban in the U.S. Now, once the bill becomes law, the company, which is ByteDance, if you didn't know, could and probably will challenge the law in federal court. They will. It's their money that you're going to mess with as well. So guess what? You're going to screw up a lot of things. So this ain't going to, people are thinking this is going to, let me put everybody's to rest out there. You are not going to lose TikTok in 6 months. Because before it can, now it has passed the House of Representatives, but it still has to go through Congress. Now, Uncle Joe Biden up there has already stated he will pass it once it's put on his desk. But it still has to pass in Congress. So hopefully we have enough people in Congress that are not complete morons. They realize this is a violation of rights by the citizens. We should have our right to pick which avenue we want to see videos. I'm sorry, I love TikTok. I think a lot of the creators that I see on here are great. They make entertainment. I flip through this just as well as I make things. these people work hard. They give us different outlooks. Somebody over on the East Coast versus the West Coast will never meet, but maybe through TikTok, they will have a great one. I'm like, oh, hi, Junior. Yeah, that's my boy right there. I'm like, welcome on to it. But yeah, people over on, like, this is causing a new creation, and creators are complying and working together. This is creating a whole new avenue of entertainment. The end. Thanks for the love. Appreciate the gifts, Logan. I was like, Logan, appreciate that so much. You don't even know. It's great. I appreciate it so much. But people that don't even understand, like going into this is a wonderful thing. TikTok is great. I love it. It's first revenue, which I've actually been able to go live on. And I think it is an amazing app. That's just me. But like I said, it still has to pass through Congress. This can take months, even years. Congress gets put on the table. They can decide to do this another day. They can just be like, you know what? I don't feel like dealing with this right now. And they'll put it on the docket and wait and wait and wait. This ain't going to happen anytime soon. So, but a lot of the critics are saying that this bill violates the rights of the 170 million American users that use the platform. That's right. 170 million TikTok users are being violated by this bill that the Congress or that the House of Representatives have passed. 170 million people love this app. Why are you going to take it away? Sometimes it's just people's expression, getting out there, having fun with it, just making a video of their cat jumping and running into a wall. But you know what? Maybe I needed that laugh today. And the person that makes those videos, to all the other creators that are out there, thank you. I enjoy y'all's stuff as much as I hope you enjoy mine. That is what this app is all about to me. Now, should it actually pass Congress? Hopefully it's a pass by whoever president we're going to elect here coming in the next few months, but the government can actually not be opposed. They cannot force this sale because in China they have their laws as well. And before them to sell this, it has to be approved by the Chinese government. I know that's a big red flag for a lot of people, but they have to sign off for it to be sold. So that is where kind of it takes a red flag on it. But, you know, they're going to challenge this in appeals court. This is going to go on for years. This ain't going to happen while Uncle Joe is up there. Congress, I don't think it'll pass. Can I play a song, please? I will play in a little bit. But first, I get through the podcast. Check back with me in just a little bit, Mars. I appreciate it. But to my personal vision on this, the Senate is not in a hurry on this. And with the bipartisan support and a lot of outcry from people that are not happy with this, I don't think this is going to get past the Senate, actually, because a lot of people want to get reelected, and in order for them to get reelected, they're going to have to make the people happy. And in order to do that, guess what? You got to give us what we want. Give us our TikTok. Give us our fun. But to end this about this, this is just the first step. So anybody that's worried about this, that has any counter looks on it, that is scared they're going to lose one of their platforms, creators that are scared to losing their thing, don't worry. This ain't happening in 6 months. This ain't going to happen in a year. I have a feeling this is going to be a couple of years dragged out. So let's enjoy our time as we have with it, because I love TikTok. I think it's a great platform. I think it's a wonderful avenue for a lot of people that, I know some people out there that make little videos and they're nervous. They're scared. They're scared to put themselves out there. Those are the people that I appreciate the most, because that is the guy or women or he, sure, it, they, them, whatever. Those are the people that actually are making interesting content because it's one of those, they may not make but one or two a month, but every time they do, it's interesting, it's cool, it's awesome. That's what we want to see. And that's who you should follow. Follow a 500, 5,000, 500,000. It doesn't matter. Follow people. If they're interesting, they're interesting. Hi, Rain. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Uh, but as far as TikTok is going, and we're not going anywhere with this, this is going to be around for a while. So put this to bed for a minute. Let's enjoy TikTok. Let's make it so popular in the United States that they have no choice, that they can't take it away from us. Because, yes, the people here, we want it. We enjoy it. 170 million, almost pretty much half of the population of the United States use it. I know people that are in their 70s that use it, people that are kids that use it. This is a great avenue. It's a lot of respect for people. It's a lot of fun, to be honest. I love people's different takes on it. I love people's comments. I love the stitches. To be honest, if you make stitches out there, I love them every time I see them. Thank you. It is awesome. So, but on that note, Congress should have limits because of bull crap like this. Because I'm sorry, the old people in Congress, in the House, that have been doing this for 50 years, they don't know how to work a smartphone. So why the hell are we going to let them make votes and take away things that involve apps and that involve different things on the internet that we love and things like that? So I will get off my rant on that one. Mr. Cat with Crabs. Hi. Never mind. Okay, never mind. Sorry. My bad. Didn't get there fast enough. But I'm digging the name because that's kind of weird. I dig it. I like the weird. Okay, but let's go to, last week's podcast. We kind of teased this. This was interesting. It was fun. And it involves New York. I know everybody's going to run away right now. I mentioned New York. But the 750-pound alligator, 11 foot long. I was wrong. His name was not Fluffy. I thought it was going to be Fluffy, but it wasn't. It was actually, he is Albert the alligator. That is even a little bit more awesome. I ain't going to lie. I was kind of happy about that one. But this gator this ain't something new. He didn't pick it up off the swamps and take it in there. This gentleman, actually, his name is Tom Caballero, whatever his name is, but Tom is for sure. He actually got this gator 30 years ago, raised him from a little bitty baby killing machine, and says that Albert poses no threat to the public and is little more than a gentle giant. He is a freaking dinosaur from the modern times. He has so many teeth that just want to chew and rip. Yes, if he got the chance to eat someone, he would. The end. Let's call it what it is. But he would actually, the reason why this all happened, he actually had a permit to keep the gator up until 2001 or 2021, sorry. And he was able to, he built a pool, he built an enclosure, he built things. Where he screwed up is he would let people swim with the alligator. What is going through your mind? The lawsuit alone should make you want to skip this crap and go. But man, that is insane. First off, who in the hell would want to get in the pool with an alligator? I don't care how long it's lived in a house and been pampered. I'm not getting in there. Nope. I know how sweet and tasty I am. I am not getting in that thing. But believe it or not, this is actually getting some news, and it's getting some people that will wanted to free and reunite the alligator with their owner, Tom. Thousands of strangers and his neighbors, more than 128,000 so far, have signed a petition to reunite the two. That's love there. I mean, because in his own words to the Washington Post, I miss him so much, I can't even explain it. You have a pet alligator you have raised from a little bitty lizard, and now it has been taken away for 30 years. I can understand the pet aspect of this. It's a 30-year-old pet. It's probably his only friend in the world outside of a few neighbors that just want to come and hang with a gator. But if he makes regulations, I'd say go ahead and give him his gator back. Give him his friend, because obviously he needs that. Junior, thank you. Love you, my boy. You the man. I see you. You've been on here the longest. You're the number one on there. Thank you. See if anybody could top him. But you have a live gator. Now, this gator is going blind in an eye. I mean, he's old, 30 years, but I'd say just go ahead and give it back to him. Let's enclose it. Let him enjoy that. Have fun. I was like, let him enjoy whatever time he's got left with the gator. And if he gets eaten, he gets eaten. I mean, we always told him so. Or everybody would have been like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have done that. And I was like, he is a gator after all. He eats meat and kills. But that is his thing. Let him do that. Now, I'm going to take a quick second, have a couple sips of my drink, come back, and we're going to talk a little bit of Dallas Cowboys, the ones that are leaving so far, and a new study showing how unhappy the United States youth is. I dig into that in just a moment. Take a little breath, take a little moment, and we will come back and do that. How's it going, TikTok? Thanks for all the love and the shares that y'all have been giving me this episode. Hopefully, y'all are enjoying it. It has been a great thing. I really have put a lot of work into this week. So thank goodness to a slow week of work, I've gotten things to do. All right, and let's save this. Junior, I'm surprised you're not giving Jules a hard time this late in the evening. I know she's awake, even though she says she's not. All right, and let's save that one. Got it done. All right, y'all ready for the second part of this fun extravaganza? Ah, look at that. The number one time. Yes. All right, let us begin. Or as my man Crixus says on Spartacus, shall I begin? All right, and we are back. Let's talk a little bit about the Dallas Cowboys for a second. I am a Dallas Cowboy fan. I admit it very proudly, even though I'm ashamed of a lot of things that go on. That being said, I would like to say thank you to Leighton Vander Esch. At 28, he is retiring due to multiple neck injuries. Now, he has been a Cowboy since being drafted by us 6 years ago. He has been not one that's going to make headlines like Micah Parsons. He is one of those that is kind of in the backfield, but he prevents passes. He doesn't let them get more than 3 to 5 yards. He's been a solid linebacker for us. And to be honest, it's a big shoes to fill, in my opinion, because once he went down, you look at how that defense reacted last year. That should tell you how important a man like him was on that field. He was a great player. He wasn't a blitz player. He wasn't a big, flashy Lawrence Taylor type or Micah Parsons or Junior Seau, things like that. He wasn't one of those big names that's just going to smash through the field and get it. But he was a solid player. And Leighton, if this show makes it to your ears, personally, from me to you, thank you for the 6 years you gave us. I think you were an outstanding player, and the only regret is we do not have enough time with you. Now, that being said on that one, Tyrone Smith, this one hurt, y'all. This one hurt. That hurt. Whenever I read this, now I knew it was coming. I said it was coming weeks ago, but it still did not remove the sting. He is such a great tackle, such great left tackle. Blindside tackles are hard to find with his caliber of play. That being said, he was a 12 years a Cowboy, 8-time Pro Bowler, and was part of the 2010s All-Decade Team. That's how good of a tackle he was. Can I become Kratos real quick, please? I don't think I have the body for Kratos, but give me a few months and a few months in the gym, I could pull it off. But I do have the beard for the God of War 3. Or is it 4 now? I don't know. They're coming out with a new one. But Tyron Smith, he's leaving the Cowboys to become a New York Jet. He is going to protect Aaron Rodgers, which after last year's 3 play and out for the season, he obviously needs it. And I am still upset about it. Now, even though he hasn't played a full season since 2018, due to injuries, I mean, he's got a bad track record on that. He gets injured every year. But he is looking forward to protecting Aaron Rodgers. And if that gives him a shot at a ring, to be honest, I'm one of those people that I do not like great players not getting rings. Ever since the first great player that comes to mind that never got a ring to me was Dan Marino. I think he is probably the best quarterback of all time. Next to Brady, cannot deny it as much as it kills me. But no, I think if you gave Marino a solid running game and a defense, he would have given you at least 3 to 4 Super Bowls. But that was not in his cards. But I think he was a great overall passer, accurate, had his problems, but he played in a different league. The league was a lot tougher back then. I mean, if you disagree, I'm sorry. Watch old tape. Those guys were mean. They weren't coming out to just tackle you. They went after your family after they got to you. I mean, that's how mean they were. So, but to the Cowboys leaving so far. Now, Tony Pollard, you went to go to Tennessee. Good luck. You were a solid third down back. You were not a starter. I'm sorry. Got nothing good to say about you. Thank you for the years that you gave us, the couple instances, but you were great passing down, but that is it. Now, going on to that, I actually read an article that kind of piqued my interest, and I could not help because I still consider myself young in this world. But studies show that the young people in America, the good old US of A, are unhappy. Now, get this first. The World Happiness Report. I shit you not, first time I read that, I thought it was something straight out of a Disney movie or Disney show, something. That's what it kind of struck me as it. But it was kind of one of those. But it's an actual thing. World Happiness Report showed that under 30 people, not under 30, but people under the age of 30, are unhappy and knock the U.S. out of the 20 happiest countries to live in. We are not in the top 20 in the world for happiest countries to live in. That kind of sucks. I take a little offense to that. But the young Americans that they spoke with, this was in the news, U.S. Today pointed to the following for the unhappiness. The economy. Absolutely. I do not think this economy is great right now. Cost of housing, abso-freaking-lutely. People coming out, graduating high school or graduating college in that matter, do not know how to buy a house, manage a house, but definitely can't afford one. That brings me to the next one. Student loan debt. If you tax the people, and here, I've been talking about this for years. Here's a simple truth to the matter. You take like professionals like doctors, lawyers, people in professions of nurses, even things that we need. Then we like say a hospital wants you. You got the grades. You got to get it. Let them fund you. Let them sponsor you. You go through college on their dime. You owe them 10 years or 5 years, whatever y'all agree to after that, to do the work. And that way you come out without school debt. They get a qualified perfect professional after that for a good amount of time. That sounds like a perfect plan to me. Same thing with lawyers. If you got someone with the grades and the know-how and the debate team, things like that, they throw all these good flags at you. Why not sponsor them in college? Sponsor them through the process, and then they owe you X amount of years after. That will eliminate a lot of student loan. Because I'm sorry, Big Daddy Warbucks paying for his kid to go to a five-star college, and that kid doesn't even give two shits, versus the person who's going to struggle their ass off to get to where they are and get the grades. Those are the ones that I want. Those are like, if a doctor was handed everything through everything, but the doctor was worked his way through, or her way through, worked all the way, put in the time, pay the debt, did whatever he did. I want the person that worked for it, because they actually give a damn about the profession. Okay, I need to get off that. That's a trigger for me. Trigger. Okay, get away. Let's get back to it. The political polarization. Yes, politics suck. Everybody that has ever been in a political talk sucks. I mean, if you don't agree with someone, I can still respect you for what you believe in. I was like, no matter what it is, believe in it. Thank you. I could still respect you for that. We may disagree, but I could still respect your opinion. But in all honesty, the political game out there has not given us anything to be happy about in a lot of years. So hopefully we will get that someday. I don't see it anytime soon. Maybe not in my lifetime, but hopefully with a new generation of senators, House of Representatives, governors coming in, we will get some love up on Capitol Hill where we need. Now, social media, this is a big one. Now, a lot of people have talked about this. Social media is a big thing because cyberbullying has become so big. Now, back in whenever I was in school and bullying was a thing, it was done all face to face, which makes it somewhat worse, but at least you knew where it was coming from. But cyberbullying, you don't know that person. They could just be commenting on how bad, which is why earlier you heard me talk about TikTok. The people that create and the people that make things, that's not easy. That is tough. Putting yourself out there like that, give them people a little respect because they have earned it. Now they may produce something that's crap, but at least give them the okay. Like, hey, thank you. Try harder next time. Now this one kind of struck me as odd: the climate change and the war in Gaza. Now I can understand a lot of talk about that. Now, if you've been following me on my podcast for a while, you know my views on the war in Gaza. They haven't changed; they're still the same. I'm not going to go back into that. Climate change. I see a lot of people talking about that, and the more I want to believe it, the more I don't. I think it's out there. I think things are changing, but I don't think they're changing in the way that everybody's thinking. I think that we need to dump more scientific studies into that to try to find out the truth. I think it's an important thing. I really do, but I would love to see some actual science behind it. Now, this one is scary. Recent studies have shown that I'm not going to say the word because it's kind of a trigger, so I will be a gentleness. The unalive of yourself rates among youth, especially since the COVID era, have grown. That is a scary fact, and I think it's because the COVID kind of shut us off from people. It took away our ability to socialize. Even if we were out there and just a group of people that we may have said 10 words to, jumped in, things like that. But that is the kind of thing that we was taken away during that. A lot of people don't understand how important that being out just around people are. Plus, when they were online, I'm online, I'm out there. People take shots at me all the time, and I let them bounce off of me. Because I'm rubber and you're glue. What bounces off me sticks to you. Done. But people, if you're going to put yourself out there on social media, not everybody's going to agree with you 100% of the time. Always take that into consideration. And if there is ever a time where you feel you don't, delete the app. Come back to it when you're ready. Enjoy that. I mean, these apps should be fun. They should be enjoyed. They should be loving. But step away from it. Come back to it later. I was like, maybe change your outlook. Change your hairstyle. Me, I just changed my hat. I started a new hat. I think I look dashing in it myself. And my wife does too. My daughter thinks I look cool. Yeah, I look cool. Awesome. But now, David Rosemarn, he is the founder of the Center for Anxiety and a professor at Harvard Medical School, said, I can't count the number of college students coming into our programs who are losing semesters because of their mental health. Every dean who I've spoken has an inbox full of mental health leave requests. Now, this is a problem, in my opinion, because I think that the people out there really need to focus on our youth and our college. College should be fun. It should be about finding who you are, not getting to the point where you feel horrible just going in. You should be enjoying the experience and the learning, not uh, looking forward to getting out just so you don't have to deal with it anymore, or having to take a mental stress leave because it's so hard. And this goes for parents too. I'm sorry, but I'm going to throw this back on y'all a little bit too. Do not put so much pressure on your kid to exceed. Let them do as good as they can and be proud of what them whenever they put 100% into it. You be proud of that person for what they did or that kid, because they need encouragement, not a lecture on what they could have done more. So parents, if you're listening to this, take note of that. All right. And the researchers say one of the best predictors of adult happiness as a child and teenager. I like to think I was a happy child and teenager, and I turned out wonderful. Not a lot gets to me. And I have that different outlook on it for a reason. If someone says something ugly, nasty to me, it's words. They do not mean thing unless I take them. I can let those words bounce off me all day long. Don't care. But if I take them into my heart, then that's where the problem becomes, and that's where I get unhappy. So take that advice for what it is. Hopefully, if I help one person, I am very happy that I did, and I hope that I at least get to one or two, maybe three or four. If I'm lucky, I'll get to 1,000 and get it all out there. But that is kind of my thing. I'm very optimistic, very positive person. But happiness and satisfaction's levels are related to people's physical health. I can see that. Academic achievement, civic engagement, and financial earnings. Now, this goes back into the financial earnings, goes back into where we were talking about the student debt. If you're paying so much in student debt each month, you're never going to be happy because you're never going to make enough money to enjoy life. You're living to work, not working to live. So come on. Now, on that note, I have had a great time. I have enjoyed this. I think I've had a few things. Now, I didn't get to everything I wanted to. There was a couple things, but I am going to save them for next week. I was like, maybe I'll jump on another day and talk about it again. But I know y'all know Beyonce is dropping her new album, The Cowboy Carter. Now, we've all heard Texas Hold'em and 16 carriages that have dropped off of that. I actually dig the song. Now, Texas Hold'em is everywhere. If you listen to TikTok, Facebook, doesn't matter where you're at, man, that is all over the place. So I'm actually looking forward to the whole album. I want to give it a listen to and have fun with it. So as soon as that comes out, I'll be all over it. Now, I've exceeded my normal time limit. Hopefully, y'all enjoy all the fun. And, of course, we wrap things up with a nice subtlety on it. We had a blast. I had fun. Hope you enjoyed my views. Hope you enjoyed it. Follow me. Come back next week. We need you. We need the love. But until then, I'm going to keep talking about it. Y'all be about it. What y'all think out there, TikTok? See some people have been sticking with me almost the whole time. Got a lot of love tonight with 2.5 thousand. Get over here. How's that? Scorpion enough for you? Yeah. Yay! Yeah, a lot of people like the Scorpion. On it to it. I got the voice. Go deep. Don't whip it out too often. But yeah, I was like, every time me and my daughter, we like to play Mortal Kombat, and every time she starts getting the big head and starts winning a few, because I play with different players each time, then I'll pick Scorpion. And then whenever I pick Scorpion, I show her how life is. I bring the pain, and then she doesn't win anymore. But she does not want to quit, though. I will say that. I have not raised a quitter. She likes to play it out and see how it goes. Now, she has gotten really good. Yes, you need to go to bed, but don't worry, we'll get on here. You know, one of these days I'm going to get y'all three and we'll all do one live together, JD or Junior. All right, bye bye. All right, bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. All right. But on that note, TikTok, I'm sorry to say I need to wrap this up. I got school people to take to school next week, or not tomorrow. And I got some dogs to walk so they don't make messes in my living room or bedroom or anywhere. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. We go live every Sunday. I try to go on at 9 p.m., but this week was a little late. I got wrapped up in Ted Lasso, that show on Apple TV, which is awesome. So I will keep going this. Follow me if you want for more. Like to post some random videos. I like to make fun of things too. So follow me. You're always going to have some fun, if nothing else. But have a great one. Love you, every one of y'all. Thanks for tuning in.